Oklahoma is one of 26 states which allows its citizenry to vote directly on policy through ballot initiatives. This gives Oklahomans great political power to change what they want to see in the state without the need for politicians in the legislature. However, some in that legislature believe there are bills alive this session which, if passed, will either roll back some of what Oklahomans put in place directly through those same ballot initiatives, or even make it harder for citizens to place initiatives on the ballot in the first place. The first is House Bill 1105. This bill would increase the period in which an entity can challenge the legitimacy of a ballot initiative from 10 to 90 days. It would also impose an $1,000 fee to file an initiative, as well as require those collecting signatures for the initiative to undergo a criminal background check. Democrat State Rep Mickey Dollins debated against the bill and even took to X to lobby against the measure before it was put up for a vote in the House. He said, quote, "Oklahoma was the first state in the nation to include the ballot initiative process in its original constitution when it became a state in 1907. The framers included this constitutional right as a check and balance on the supermajority, and now it is at extreme risk." Republican Rep Daniel Pay was the only Republican to vote against the measure, and he cited Oklahoma's founding principles to explain why he voted no.
Well, I've usually voted no on those types of bills in the past. I believe Oklahoma was founded on populist principles and values. The founders intended for power not to be centralized in government. They wanted power to be distributed to the people.
And another bill has received some pushback this session for seemingly rolling back what Oklahoma voters put into place through a ballot initiative. And that is House Bill 3694. This bill would decrease the felony threshold for theft from $1,000 to $500. House Democratic leader Cindy Munson said in a statement that this bill, quote, "is unnecessary and goes against the interests of 58% of Oklahomans who clearly want us focused on criminal justice reform by approving State Question 780 in 2016. HB 3694 passed the House by a vote of 78 to 20, as some say if it is passed by the Senate and signed by Governor Stitt, it would effectively reverse the decision Oklahomans made in 2016. Representative Pay voted for this bill and says he believes the comparison of State Question 780 and HB 3694 is comparing two different things, and that there are times when adverse effects from state questions need to be addressed by the legislature.
So I think it's apples and oranges at the end of the day. I think that's ultimately, you have the ballot initiative, what goes on, the state question initially, and then you have events that may make you rethink and reevaluate the situation.
Now, both of these bills are moving over to the Senate next week and will basically have until the end of April to get past the full Senate chamber if they want a shot at being signed by the governor. I'll be keeping a close tabs on both of these bills as they go through this process. For 7 News, I'm Justin Allen Rose reporting from the Capitol.